Alright, by Red Hat ITA, this is I Forgot My Keys, which sort of reminds me of Going Down in its premise, just because it's a very simple, banal thing, contrasted with Doom gameplay. Oh right, this begins on map 11. Alright, again, not a huge fan of starting with alerted enemies. It's really not, like, it doesn't really impact the map at all, but I don't know, I just think it's nice to get a little bit of a breather at the start of a map at least, right? Just personal preference. Right. Okay, it looks like there's some enemies on the other side of here, but probably just should have retreated through the door, huh? It's alright, there's plenty of— ooh, hello! Hello. Hello. Alright, this is an extremely narrow room. I don't have anything else to say about that, really. I don't know. I kinda do like spawning a Revenant in such a bizarre place, because you just sort of have to like run away. Or hide behind here, I guess. But it'd be quite difficult to kill him with the ammo that you've gotten so far. Looks like there's an ambush tagged shotgun guy. I like that you can see his little elbow, so you know he's ambush tagged, so if you want to cheese it a little bit, you can. It's not a great place for Homunculus. Extremely trivial to dodge and take down. Like, what is he gonna do? He can't really move from this spot. Oh, I like that. Oh, I could have sworn there was a Cacodemon in here. Oh, there was. Okay. I do like, you know, enemies teleporting behind you can be. It's cheap, but done sparingly. It's very effective. It can be a fun little trap. Especially when it's clear that they've spawned in behind you. Like it was here, where I just walked through, and I looked into this room, and there was nowhere else that they were, you know? So as long as it's clear, it's good to use that kind of trap sparingly. Again, another fun way to force someone into a counter. Which, ways to do that are very important. Oh, that's cool. I like that the level sort of transforms here when you press that. Very nice. That's something that people don't often take advantage of, is the Doom Engine's ability to just completely screw with the architecture of the level. Because, I mean, there's good reasons not to mess with it too much. Because you can end up making a level unrecognizable to the point that it's difficult to navigate, because you just, your concept of the space just keeps changing, and, you know. But, it's nice used in little clever ways like that. Just surprising and cool and fun. Now I'm a little confused. Okay, I guess there's a blue door. Where is it? Out here. It's right at the beginning. Oh, is it the door? Okay, that's not... using the door you came in through, the major problem with that is that it makes no sense. This door is supposed to be here so that you can reasonably assume that there exists space beyond this level, that you've walked here from somewhere, right? So using this is just like, I mean, it's kind of funny in that way when you use it. It's like just sort of a fuck you to the concept of reality and physical space, which is, you know, again, amusing, but not... It's very, very immersion breaking. Oop, flesh. Always a fan of flesh. I could have probably phrased that better. Always a fan of... How am I doing this continuous? I should pistol start these. Yeah, alright. Always a fan of the flesh textures in Doom. That's probably a better way to phrase that. Pinky is very non-threatening. Again, with the using the door he came in through, unless that's the idea. Is that the concept? Like, you forgot your key to the door, so you're going to get the one key. Oh, okay, I get it. So it's actually... Okay, that's very cool. Also, this like blending texture between the beige and red flesh. I feel like that's rarely used, but I do appreciate its inclusion here. So I get the idea. I take back that last criticism, because I get the idea is that you've gone to that location and then you have to backtrack to get your keys. Pretty clever. What's the deal here? Huh. Am I gonna assume there's a button somewhere to activate that? Or is there? This is weird. Oh, there it is. Not a super threatening ambush. Oh, I love that you can hear the door opening there. Like, you know you're in for some shit when you hear a door open. Playing with that is really fun. Nope. Hell Knight's very much just sort of a bullet sponge here. Not really doing a whole lot to threaten me. I'm out of... I guess sapping my ammo. If you want to play that game here. I wasn't meant to sound as passive aggressive as it sounded. Alright. I'll be able to slip by him, you know? I wanna get him over here. Just, no. Got caught on the terrain. Here we go. Oh! I got him, but I have 4 health. Yeah. Oh, crap. Okay. This way. Oh my god, not that way. Well, I guess you can come this way. If you want to. This is... I wonder if I can do this. It's very close to doable. Oh, I hit it twice. Ooh, there we go. Okay. maybe that was the intended challenge of that level, or of that encounter rather. Was like that saps all your ammo, so you have to get past it. Giving you the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know. I don't know. This texture worries me. I feel like the maps that I played last time did this too, but I always interpreted this as a door texture. I was almost positive it was in all instances in the Iowans, but I don't know. Some people just use it as a regular texture, I guess. I love lowering floors as opposed to opening walls is a really cool way to introduce encounters and to do ambushes like that. You know, whenever you can, try to, you know, have a somewhat of a novel way to introduce your encounter. Because it just, I don't know, you become blind to the standard ones, right? If you see like a rocket launcher on a pedestal and you grab it and the walls open up, your brain is like sleeping. Like it didn't even, like you didn't even see anything, basically. You're just so blind to it. It's like the taste of air, you know what I mean? To someone who's playing a lot of game mods. But when you introduce little things like that are, you know, not uncommon, but not necessarily the standard, I do like that you can... Oh. There you go. The classic see the outside, get to the outside later. Always love that. Gotta be able to run back in here, yeah? That might be the intended way to do that, actually. I like the theming of these maps. They've got a strong thematic focal point for each one individually. Like, this is like your classic tech base. There was the Flesh, and then you got your... I forgot what the first map was. It was just kind of a different tech base, I guess. I guess maybe that would be a criticism, is that, well, I did get the key. Another chain gunner. Yeah. The first one doesn't have the same kind of theming that the others do. This is an indoor texture. I'm just gonna say it, like, this texture does not fit the floor, I mean, does not fit outside like that. At least I don't think it does. There's another texture that's quite similar that fits much better, in my opinion. Well, you know, here it's obviously part of machinery, so that's fine. Oh, I like this. This is so ominous. It's just this whole big room and just a wall of silver. Like, what's going on here? Oh. That's a lot of rockets. Yeah, okay. Oh, oh, shit. I'm glad the blood doesn't hurt you, at least. Well, that wouldn't make much sense if it did, would it? I guess the ceiling's right there, so I'm not gonna fly away early. Again, I've mentioned this before, but I love cacodemons emerging from things. Just another one of those personal things. It's just something that I love. Alright. I feel like I probably could have skipped a lot of that. There's a slight texture misalignment here. I think there was a secret associated. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, I probably could have skipped a ton of that. Unless there were like bars in front of these that lowered or something. Okay. I'm surprised I haven't been ambushed by enemies from the back here. So usually that's what this kind of setup is you see it in one of my favorite episode 1 encounters. I forget which mission it's in, but which map? Call it a mission because I just always assumed before I realized that it was a map that the M in E whatever, M whatever stood for mission. But you know, eventually realized, but still kind of internalize it as that. This is kind of a weak encounter here. Not a huge, just sort of you got like a good setup with the donut, but it's just like these enemies are all tagged ambush. And it's like I'm not really doing anything. I'm just walking, triggering an enemy, shooting them, walking, triggering an enemy, shooting them. Imagine that will change when I get to the center room. Yeah, I have 0 ammo. Hey. I really need the Arachnicrons to shoot him. Yep, there you go. Well, I do... Yeah, I think he's just gonna kill the... yeah. This is pretty silly. Nope, I got 5 bullets. Nice. Very large map. I have a feeling that you maybe made this, like you made a lot of this before you tested it, so it ended up being maybe a little larger than you intended. That happens to me a lot, and I end up having to scale parts of a map as a whole, which leads to some messy math with the coordinates. Okay. I'm gonna assume that's... okay, so it's opened up something back there. Yeah, overall this map is pretty weak, at least so far. Assume that's done something. Probably open up this. No. Well, unless that's what I would assume, but oh, come on, I almost dodged them all. I had to do one more shot. Activated that, which I'm gonna assume has done something. It'd be quite odd if it did not. Wow, I really do not know what that switch did. I would assume it would reveal the blue key. Maybe it's done something at the... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not a very intuitive button, I hate to say it. But, I basically had to check everywhere else before I, went back to the beginning to look for that. I like the mixture of keycards and skull keys. Because, like, this is a yellow skull key door. I don't know, it's just a weird little thing that I like. Oh? Okay, it's a... Ah! Okay, that's cool. I like the portal effect. I don't really need to stick around here, do I? That's cool, I like little tricks like that. Make entering rooms and encounters a little more fun. Let's see, that was... This is just... Yeah, this is just suburbs, okay. I always remember the, this part of suburbs, and never the little starting building. God, I hate this map. Or at least I hated it when I first played it. Probably hate it considerably less now. Anyway, to review those maps, there was a lot of potential, I think, in the layout and the structure and the like sort of gimmicks that each level had. I love the central gimmick. Again, it very much reminds me of going down. But it's really just the encounter design really lets it down, I feel like, because most of the enemies are really, really trivial to beat. It's just not... Nope, did not need to pick that up. Not that it really matters, I'm just playing this while I'm talking about the other maps. But, I'm here. Yeah, overall, good layout, good level gimmicks. Good, like, encounter entrances, you know? Like, I feel like you could just change the thing placement in those maps, and that would all be, like, really cool, fun maps. But the, gotta love the compact flesh door. Iconic. Am I just I'm just playing Suburbs. I'm just playing Doom 2 right now. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna stop playing Suburbs. Yeah, I said everything I need to say about the maps. Overall, there's potential there, is what I'm gonna say. I wouldn't say they're particularly good or particularly bad maps. But, you know, if you do want to, like, continue that, that's a good idea for a more substantial map set, I feel like. Anyway, see you in the next one.